I'm Imogen. I struggled with anorexia from the age of 13 for about 5 years, and I'm a befriender with ABC. I developed anorexia nervosa at the age of 13 as a result of my sister being very unwell and in hospital, and also I suffered with serious OCD and anxiety, and it was my way of coping with what I was experiencing. I received quite a lot of support for my eating disorder. I was in a general hospital, children's hospital, for 6 weeks receiving treatment, and then went away to an inpatient unit in London for 6 months. I also had therapy, various counselling throughout the years, so yes, I've received a lot of treatment. I think the thing that helped me most in my recovery was having the nutritional support, the therapy, and people who understood me, all happening at the same time. Recovery is such a difficult process, and you need so many factors to be in place, I think, for that to happen. So I was very fortunate to have all those things at once to kind of spur me on to wanting to get better for myself. Recovery for me means being free to have days where you're hungry and are listening to your body and wanting to eat more, but then also having days where you're not feeling great, you're not feeling on top form, but also listening to yourself and being okay with that, not expecting to be 100% all the time, and to put in place strategies for when you're not feeling great and know what support to look for on those days. I would definitely encourage people trying to recover to seek out the people who have got your back, who are the supportive and encouraging people who love you and know you for you as a person, regardless of anything else, and are there to listen, because having somebody who respects you for you is priceless. I think everybody's journey of recovery is different and is unique to them. So I'm always careful about saying, this works and try this and it'll be a good way forwards. The truth is that you need to have an individualised approach. But for me, writing down how I was feeling, keeping a journal, and actually looking back to those days that were really awful, where I thought that it wasn't going to get any better, that gave me so much comfort on the days when I was, thinking that I'd not got very far and my recovery was actually not great. So looking back and thinking how far I'd come, that gave me real strength and helped me, to continue. So I would suggest that people try journaling, listening to inspiring and encouraging podcasts, listening to the music that you like, looking after yourself really, and responding to what you want to do and not being swayed by other people. When I was really struggling with anorexia, it was really tempting just to give in to those feelings immediately, to give in to that voice that's in your head, telling you to do more exercise or to not eat that. But actually, saying to yourself, why don't I take some time out? Why don't I go for a walk? Why don't I do something different to distract myself from that voice? And recognizing that voice is actually against you. That really helped me. And talking to friends and just doing something that really took me out of my own head. And I would say having those distraction techniques are really useful. I discovered the ABC befriending service online and was immediately drawn to the idea of helping someone else and giving something back. My first befriending calls were definitely nerve-wracking. I was obviously worried about saying the right things and encouraging that person and whether we'd gel. And essentially, I wanted to do a good job because it's an important service. But those worries soon disappeared as the relationship progressed, and I got on really well with my befriendee. We had a good rapport, and it just felt very natural. I think when you're struggling, you can feel like there's no one who really gets it, and you just want to talk to somebody who's been there. So I know that my befriendee finds that most helpful, actually talking to me and asking me how I found it, and also knowing that there is hope. Befriending has been an absolutely incredible experience. Being able to offer support to somebody who's really struggling and feels so alone is just a very humbling experience. I think every time we speak, every week, we talk about what's coming up for the next week with that person, having being able to then check in with them the following week and hearing what they did and how they overcame certain challenges that they were really worried about, and feeling so proud of them is just an amazing feeling. If I could talk to my younger self, I would probably say that the feelings that you're experiencing and how awful that they feel right now, they will pass. I know that's a cliche, but actually, feelings are temporary and they can be worked through with support and strategies. And actually, being a perfectionist is actually really tough, and it's actually better to have a balanced view of life and a balanced approach to living, because life is for enjoyment. The befriending service at ABC offers weekly guided support via telephone for up to 6 months and is just an absolute lifeline. It's been running since 1990, and I'd really encourage anyone who's stable in their recovery and over 21 to apply, because it is life-changing. If you can donate just £10 a month, this will help keep ABC's befriending service running and allow befrienders like me to support those in need.